Hi, my name is Kayriana. What's your name?
My name is Sandy Morinder.
I'm a bright girl from Camp to Success. What is your job?
My job is the president and CEO of the YMCA of Greater San Antonio.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It is fun.
So what do you do?
I do a lot of different things, but mostly I spend time with staff and volunteers and creating resources out in the community, fundraising, working with volunteers, helping us to reach our goals.
Okay. What's your dream job?
This.
Oh, so
I'm
when you
doing
were
it.
little, you kind of like, I'm gonna be try something else.
No, when I was little, I was really into sports, and I didn't know. I'm really old, so it was before girls were able to play professional sports. So I didn't know how that translated. So finding a job at the Y where I got to do sports with other people was my dream job, and I've been working at a Y for 32 years. I know y'all don't even think I'm that old, right? Right?
What does a day at your job look like?
So I get the good fortune of spending a lot of time with volunteers and community members talking about how the Y can help achieve their goals and our goals. So usually breakfast really early. If it's by myself, it's coffee and something quick after a workout, or I have a breakfast meeting with somebody who I'm talking to about a Y project or something that we're working on together. And I spend a lot of time in meetings with the staff team that I support, that supports the whole YMCA network. So trying to keep, as they say, juggling a lot of plates in the air. You'll see that, right? I think that's my day. Just trying to keep all the plates spinning, making sure everyone who works with me has what they need to do their job well, provide input or influence or get more resources to have them be able to do what they need to do. And then I get to go out to dinner a lot with people and be social, and I think that's how I've met lots of people in this room.
What's your favorite restaurant?
So my favorite restaurant does not exist in San Antonio because I love seafood, lobster, clams. So there's this amazing place in the south part of Boston where you can get all that in one place.
Ooh.
And I go back to the Northeast at least once a year to go there. Yes.
Sounds fun.
But here in San Antonio, I like J. Alexander's for lunch. It's my favorite place. Piatti's for dinner. Sushi.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you like sushi, okay. Good question.
How much school or training is required for your job?
So for, to be the president or CEO of a YMCA, you do have to have a college degree. So I have completed a 4-year degree, and I've started working on a master's degree on and off. My issue is I don't know what specialty area to pursue a master's degree, so I take a lot of online courses, and I believe in lifelong learning. I just don't need to get an advanced degree to keep learning. So they actually call it micro-credentials now. So I've taken some courses that provide information on social impact or public health or something very specific around strategic planning. So a couple courses every year to help me, as well as our national YMCA provides a whole bunch of training. So I'm always learning. So school is never over, just for the record.
Oh, I did
Never.
not want your job.
It's never over. Never over.
Okay, what advice do you have for someone who is my age, inspiring to help have your job? Okay, that inspiring.
Aspiring?
Inspiring.
Yeah.
That word kind of messed me
Well,
up.
I think number one, it might not be my job, but when I was your age, I was lucky enough to have a family and support network that made me believe I could do anything. And so for people your age, especially girls, I would say don't let anyone tell you you can't do that. If you are passionate excited and want to do something, you have to continue to believe in yourself, whether that's pilot of an airplane, be a famous artist, a singer, dancer. Don't let anyone take your dreams away.
That's good advice. Does your job allow an equal balance of family and work life?
I believe it does, and I will tell you, I think the folks, including myself, who struggle with that, it is more self-imposed than our jobs telling us that. It's our own desire to work harder, to want to be more of a perfectionist, not ability to let go, social,
Yes, ma'am.
digital,
Phones,
right, all that phone.
computers.
So I think the imbalance is almost self-created. So I talk a lot about creating your own balance. That doesn't mean every day and every week is going to be in balance, but when you look back on a month, have you created enough space for your private life? And I think we all own that and can get better at it.
What kind of things do you do on your free time?
So I love to read for fun. So I read a lot of books, and I love the fact that there's now this Kindle app, so I can carry around with me at any given time. I have like 70 books, right? And
What's
so
your favorite book?
I love reading everything. So I read a lot of business books, but I read Nora Roberts just for fun, right? Just pure romantic novels for fun. I love reading cookbooks. I'm not a great cook, but I love to pretend in my head that I'm a cook. So cookbooks, I read a lot. So that's a fun thing for me. I play golf. My husband is a golfer, so it's the one sport we can do together. I play golf, and I have a pool in my backyard, so I spend a lot of time swimming year round and enjoying just the outdoors. I'm a gardener, but I haven't figured out how to garden in Texas because everything dies. It's too hot here, but it's one of my passions. And I'm a writer. I am trying to write a few things in my head that have not taken the form, so I can't call it a book or an article or a story because it hasn't materialized anything, but I'm going to claim it as I'm a writer. And I do that in my free time.
What kind of advice did you ignore that you wish you would have taken?
Advice that I ignored that I wish I had taken. To maintain my physical activity earlier in life. I think I talked about I loved sports as a kid, and I was very physically active, and somehow in my lifetime I had kids and stopped being as physically active and playing the sports that I loved. I don't even know if y'all know what field hockey is, but I played field hockey in college, went to college on a field hockey scholarship. So it's a cross between soccer and ice hockey on the ground with a stick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
I actually read a
So
book about
I
it.
played a ton of sports all through my college years, and then life got in the way, and now working for the Y, I wish that I had maintained a higher level of physical activity now that I'm struggling with weight and eating healthy. I wish I had taken that advice just to stay in it.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to get back in it.
So like your mom would be like, no, you don't need
My
to
mother would say, oh my gosh, you're so flexible. Someday you're gonna so resent it if you're not keeping up with that. So now I go to a hot yoga studio trying to get back just a little bit of that flexibility. So if you're physically active, stay physically active. If you're not, get physically active.
Yes,
Yes.
kind of hard in the summer.
I know.
Who has made the most significant influence in your life?
My parents, for sure. They are both still alive, which I'm very fortunate of, and they raised me in a way where I really did believe I could do anything, and I have amazing siblings that I'm very close to, and my relationship with my parents has evolved from being a child to an adult who just admires their life and feels lucky to know them. So they've had the most impact on my life.
Okay. What is the next dream or goal you are working towards?
I'm gonna turn that I'm a writer into I've written a book, an article, a story. I'm working on that.
Okay.
So when you come back next year, I'll say, here it is.
And then you show me.
Yes.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.